Hey guys, it's Chanel Sykes. Welcome to my first edition of Ask Chanel. So this first edition of Ask Chanel is going to be all about relationships because I got a lot of people asking me for advice on their relationships. Now first I will say this, I am not a relationship expert. Okay, if anybody claims to be a relationship expert, they are a crock of BS, okay? We are all learning and growing on the same journey. However, my perspective is quite interesting. So, here we go. First question is from Kim in Virginia. And Kim says, I'm 36 and still single and desperately want to get married. I do all the positive affirmations that you said. I opened my mind up to dating and I stopped believing that all men are dogs. It just seems to be no good men out there. I'm so frustrated and discouraged and unhappy. And I want to get married now. I'm ready to be happy. I'm ready to be in love. And I'm ready to be free. What do I do? Okay. First I'll say this, Kim, getting married or finding a man is not what's going to make you free and make you happy. You have to do that for yourself first before he shows up. When the queen is ready, the king will appear. So have you been working on yourself? Have you been getting yourself ready to be a wife? There are a lot of women who want to get married and want a man and want the wedding, but don't really think about the marriage. You know, a wedding is only one day. And we're programmed as women to have like this sort of fairy tale thing in our minds, you know, Cinderella and being swept off of our feet, and Prince Charming is going to come and take care of us and get married and we're going to have this beautiful, fantastic life. Okay, yeah, that's not reality. That's a fairy tale. So instead of you focusing on just a wedding day and finding a man, I want you to start focusing on becoming a wife. Really think about it. If you plan on getting married to somebody, God willing, you guys will be married for the rest of your lives. That means that you're going to have to grow with somebody, learn with somebody, go through some changes with somebody. You know, you have to think about all the things that you're going to go through with somebody in a relationship and ask yourself, are you prepared for that? What else did you say? You said, I am frustrated and discouraged and unhappy. Okay, so the way that you are right now, let's say you met a man today, the way that you are right now is how he's going to experience you. And what man wants to experience a discouraged, frustrated, unhappy woman? So the energy and the feelings that you are putting out about being single is exactly what you're attracting back to yourself. So change your mind, girlfriend, and start loving yourself passionately. Prepare yourself to become that queen and your king will show up. Last thing I will say about this too, if you're looking for a man of a higher caliber, guess what? You have to go to places where those men are. You are not going to find the man of your dreams at the club. You're not going to find the man of your dreams just walking past your house. You have to go where they are. Get up, get out of the house, and go find him. All right? So hopefully I answered your question, Kim. Okay, this question is from Nick in Atlanta. Hi, Nick. Okay, he says, I'm tired of hearing about so many women looking for a good man. I am a good man, but I can't seem to find a good woman. I'm ready to be in a relationship and possibly get married soon, but all I run into are silly chicks with no education or nothing going for themselves, and they want me to spend all my money on them. Or I will find someone who appears to have it all together, but she can't cook, can't clean, has low self-esteem, no conversation, or just no personality. Or I find someone who does have it all, but physically she's a mess. I don't understand, Chanel. How can I find a woman like you? Okay, Nick. Well, first of all, I'm one of a kind, baby. So I don't know if you can find another woman like me. No, I'm kidding. So Nick, I feel for you. I definitely feel for you because there are a lot of women that's like, I can't find a good man. But ladies, think about it. There are some amazing men who are looking for a great woman. And it is difficult to find a woman who has her ish together. Nick, all I can say to you, dear, is to, number one, define what it is that you want. Don't get frustrated. Do the same thing that I tell women to do. You know, you have to speak and say what it is that you want. Surround yourself with those type of women. Go where those women are. And don't have any negative attitudes about it, because that's what you're going to continue to attract. But this is a public service announcement to women. I'm glad you sent me this, Nick. Ladies, we need to get it together. And not just on the inside, not just, you know, all the inner stuff and inner empowerment stuff. On the outside too, we need to get it together, and we need to increase our skills. Get back to those traditional roles of womanhood, because men are looking for that. You're absolutely right. Men are looking for somebody who's going to nurture them and love them and feed them and still look good. Put it down in the bedroom and be that woman that they're envisioning in their mind. Yes, men are looking for that, and you can be that, ladies. So let's make it happen. There's some amazing men. And Nick, you ain't too bad looking. Looking at this picture, you kind of fine, Nick. I might have to hook you up with somebody. So thank you for asking that question, Nick. I have a question from Stanley. Stanley says, why do women only like guys who ignore them and not the ones who adore them? I love this question, Stanley. Thank you for asking this with your little cute self, with your little gold teeth. Go ahead, Stanley. Okay, so typically, women who ignore the great guys and the men who got their ish together and the ones that want to marry them and love them and take care of them are women who grew up without a father. Typically. They're the ones that grew up in a single parent home with their mother and watched their mother be single, and they are now modeling that behavior of not having a man present in their life. So what happens is, even though you want a man, subconsciously your mind says you're not supposed to have a man, you're supposed to be single, you're supposed to be alone. So you attract a man that's going to keep you that way. So, I mean, it's just a subconscious thing. So if you are a woman watching this video and you are seeing somebody or dating somebody or chasing somebody that doesn't want you, I want you to ask yourself where you got that behavior from. Stanley, that's just such an awesome question, because I see that all the time. You know, women chase these bad boys and men that really don't want them. Ladies, okay, this is a rule that I created for myself a long time ago, because don't trip, I used to be one of those women that used to chase the bad boys, okay, and want men that were never around. Okay, so here's the rule. Only like men that like you, okay? Only like men that like you, and then like them back, all right? No chasing men. That's just a waste of time and energy and Anywho, thank you, Stanley, for that fabulous question. All right, we have a question from Katrina, all the way from London. All right, hi, Katrina. So her question is, I've been married to a wonderful man for 7 years now. We have 2 beautiful children, ages 2 and 4, and we have a great life. My issue is I'm always tired and burnt out, and I don't have much time for myself, let alone time to spend with my husband. We aren't that intimate anymore, and we rarely have sex. I'm afraid that he is beginning to look at other women and lose interest in me. Please help Shanel, because I love my husband and I cannot lose him. I'll just be honest. I've let myself go, but I just don't know how to get myself back. All right, great question. I know that there are tons of wives that are having this issue of not having enough time and energy to invest in their marriage. So thank you for asking. So first, I'll say this. God gave you an amazing blessing to have a husband and to have children. So you must have gratitude for the life that you have, because there are a lot of women who want what you have. So my first piece of advice to you is to get yourself spiritually plugged in. Get yourself closer and connected to God, because when you are, that's your source of energy and your source of power. So if you want more energy to invest in your marriage, then you need to go to God. So begin to pray more, do some meditating, be still and be quiet, and you'll see your energy increase. That's number one. Number two, whatever you did to get your husband, you have to do to keep your husband. That you have to think like a single lady, but act like a wife. That sounds like a book. But you have to think like a single woman, because being a single woman is what got you your husband in the first place. So keep that in mind. There are a lot of single women that leave the house every day looking good. So that's how you want your husband to look at you, like, damn, my wife looks good. Just be the change that you want to see in your relationship. So if you want to have more sex, if you want to have more intimacy, if you want to get your husband's attention, then do that. Just be that, and he will take heed. So have some sex with your husband. Spark that passion and remind him of who his wife is. You get what I'm saying? Let's see. And the last thing that I'll say too is to rebuild your friendship. Because what you have to realize is that you guys are not the same people that you were 7 years ago. We change, we grow, we begin to like new things. So rebuild your friendship and really learn who your husband is now, because he's a different man than he was 7 years ago. So make it happen all the way over there in London. Thank you guys so much for your questions. This is my first edition of Ask Shanel. If you have a question for me, you can ask me at AskShanel@ShanelCooperSykes.com, or you can call me, or you can send me a video. But I'm going to be doing these videos quite often because I got some really great questions. So this edition was about relationships, but I'm going to be talking about money and your body and spirituality and all that good stuff on one of my next videos. So stay tuned. And the best advice is in my book, Stilettos in the Kitchen. So if you don't have it already, go get it. StilettosinTheKitchen.com, or take one of my many classes that I have. I have so many classes on pretty much any topic that you can think of. So all of my classes are actually on sale right now. So go to the site, take some classes, and get your ish together and make it happen. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.